Good afternoon, soccer fans across Newfoundland and Labrador, on across Canada, and reaching out to the World Wide Web. This afternoon I'm in St. Lawrence at Centennial Field, and it's the home opener for the St. Lawrence Laurentians, wearing the blue and white, and Holy Cross wearing the gold stripes and in their red uniform. Beautiful day here at the field. A little cold, mind you now, but for fans that are dressed up and for the game and the weather and the sun itself, I'm sure you're looking at it on the screen here. It's absolutely beautiful. Number of fans here. I'm sure some of the elder are staying away because of the cold temperatures, especially with the wind. And what do we say? Holy Cross and both St. Lawrence are, after playing 4 games, both are supporting the same number of points, 7 points. Each have a win, loss, and a tie, or 2 wins and a loss and a tie. That'll give you 7 points, 3 points for a win. Should be a good contest here today. The Laurentians are again without some players, and I'll mention that as the contest goes on. Holy Cross have been missing some players in the early goings of the season, but I think over the course of a 20-game schedule or a 24-game schedule, you will see clubs without a number of players. But that's going to happen. But the reality of it is, each club is allowed to dress 20. You're allowed to register 40 players. So, you know, the Laurentians will give it their all, and I can guarantee you Holy Cross are not coming here to give the Laurentians anything. Again, the ball is back into Laurentian territory with John Douglas in goal for the Laurentians. Here we have Mr. Sandy Slaney coming into the game, crawling under the or crippling in. Well, he's in the handicap section here with us. So again, we have the score clock at the Laurentian Field. Was sponsored there a couple of years ago by CFI. That's the mining town. So the game is yet 2 minutes old, and Holy Cross are shooting towards the fire hall. For those that are familiar with Centennial Field here, we have Shane Perot on the back line, outside right for the Laurentians. In the middle, we have Jordy Slaney. We have Corey Mullet, and we also have, I'm not sure if I can get to the outside left back. If I can get a number on him, I'll know. But anyway, we'll go to midfield, where I see Adam Kelly in midfield. His brother Stefan is up front. Sean Edwards is in midfield as well. I see up front the newcomer to the Laurentians again this season is Tyler Forsey. Not new to the league, but again he played with Holy Cross last year. So anyway, alongside of me, if I can get to microphone here.
Okay, we got the microphone going right on, my friend.
Anyway, I got hello Leo Goss there, and we're hello to everyone that are joining in. Again, I'm trying to get to the lineups on the field. I see Alex Pretty is back for Holy Cross. Alongside with we have Andrew Stanford. So alongside of me again, folks, I would like to welcome back for the 2018 season who we have Rick Farrell, veteran broadcaster, veteran sports writer, and I'm glad that Rick, I was wondering where you're at. I've mentioned you several times today, Rick. Anyway, welcome to the 2018 season, Rick.
Right on, Gordon. Thank you for welcoming me back to your Facebook broadcast of this Challenge Cup Soccer.
Okay, we had John Douglas with a save. A beautiful save. John Douglas coming at a save at the 3-minute mark off of Scotty Woodfine. And in Scotty Woodfine, the supporting number 14, Scotty Woodfine, has come in this game with a hat trick. Here we have Harry Carter outside to number 4. Isaac Bonestill Then we have the Laurentians with the balls. We have Edwards. Edwards up the line, looking to go long to. Nice ball. Oh, he intercepted by Fumba from Tyler Forsey. And we have, Sean Edwards, number 19, taking a foul. What do you see, Rick, in the first couple of minutes of today's game?
Well, right off the bat, you got to realize the two traditional soccer rivals in Challenge Cup soccer in the province, Holy Cross and St. Lawrence, always provide great entertainment.
And again, it's Holy Cross putting the ball in deep. Number 4 for Holy Cross with a nice ball, Isaac Bonasil.
And I noticed too, Gord, early in the season, these two teams have identical records, 2 wins, a loss, and a tie each, and both have 7 points, and they're tied for the 3rd and 4th final playoff spots, although only early in the season, 1 quarter into the season, Mr. Dunphy.
Yeah, it is early goings, Rick, are showing a lot of priority, Rick.
Yes, I see that, and I watched St. Lawrence last week, lost to 4-1 to the Fieldings. And Emmanuel Dolo scored 4 goals.
Well, I think when Emmanuel Dolo comes to St. Lawrence, the fans of the Burin Peninsula are going to love what he brings to the league. Again, I'd like to say hello to Julie Loader, who's watching in from Montreal, Quebec, and all other viewers that are watching. Yeah, and on the Wednesday before that, it was Holy Cross losing. Defeating the Felians by a 4-1. So, Rick, what I'm seeing, Rick, those teams get goal-scoring opportunities. They can put it in the net here this year, Rick.
Definitely, Gord, you've had the luxury of living in St. John's and seeing all the Challenge Cup games today. These are the first 2 games here on the peninsula. Here at the beautiful Centennial Field in St. Lawrence. The field looks absolutely marvelous.
Absolutely, and it's a grass field for those that are tuning in from away.
Forsey with a chance.
Forsey moving in. Forsey with a ball right inside of the penalty shot area, and is cleared by Holy Cross.
Yes, Stefan Slaney looked open there for that opportunity, but the ball never did reach his foot.
And again, a nice ball by Holy Cross, and it looks to be a foul against the Laurentians. Number 10, fouled for Holy Cross, that's Tyler Kirby. In the middle here today, we have Tony Mull, the referee in the middle here. That's a long-time Holy Cross player. His son actually plays with the Laurentians this season, and he played last year with the Laurentians, and we're talking Corey Mull.
And the linesman for today's game, Gord?
I think we know.
Okay, back to action.
Yeah, right now I want to make sure.
Yes, sir, not a problem. Doesn't mean to put you on the spot there.
Yeah, it looks like Gord Farrell's on the far side, and is it
yes, we're 7.5 minutes in, Gord. Still no score, and both sides have at least 1 good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, but John Douglas, I think, really has come up with the save of the contest so far.
Definitely.
And here we had Brent Henneberry. Brent Henneberry inside it! And it was Tyler Forsey, and Forsey just going low and wide. Yeah, I wanted to make sure the goalie that's in there. It looks like to be Jack Haywood in goal for Holy Cross, and Haywood played with Newfoundland, Labrador, Canada games past year. Thomas Pearway, who has been the regular goalie for the past 7 or 8 years, just completed his degree at the St. FX and has gone on to pursue opportunities in his career. Nice ball by Fumba, outside right to Tyler Kirby. And Kirby looking to move back inside of the 18, and a beautiful ball inside, and we have Mike Dunn. Mike Ball done, and it's again Woodfine. It looks like Mike Dunn over to Scotty Woodfine. It is Woodfine with his 4th goal off the season. Yeah, I'm looking at the official. No offside on the play. It was Scotty Woodfine's 2nd golden opportunity off the contest. The first one, it was John Douglas making a superb save, and this time it was Scotty Woodfine denting the twine, and here we have the Laurentians centering the ball. That goal coming at the 8-minute mark. Here we have, right in front of the camera here, we have 22, Ryan Farrell. Farrell comes from Ireland, and so he is a newcomer to the Laurentians this year as well. Number 22, right in front of the camera, Ryan Farrell.
Yes, my namesake, Farrell's of Ireland.
There again we have Scotty Woodfine looking to go to Mike Dunn. And Holy Cross have Mike Dunn put up. That Mike Dunn brings a big frame, a big body to the pitcher. Hello, Donna Warren here, the mom of Jake Warren. Big followers of Holy Cross, and obviously she's cheering the red when her son wears and supports the red and gold jersey for Holy Cross, and has been a superb player over the last number of years. Fans still coming into the game. Nice number of fans here today.
Yes, this opening weekend, Gord, June 23rd, 24th, St. Lawrence hosting the Holy Cross Crusaders. The great rivalry has been having to go over the last 40 years. And we see our great soccer fans in St. Lawrence and all our people that support soccer here on the Bjorn Peninsula.
Again, we have Holy Cross. No, we have Farrell. Farrell stealing the ball, looking to go long to Forsey. Forsey looking to go back to Stephen Sweeney. Stephen Sweeney looking back to Forsey, and it was Alec Pretty with a beautiful play there for Holy Cross defending.
Come on now, boys.
And it's a foul on Holy Cross. Fumba knocks down young Brent Henneberry. Henneberry has been off to a fine start. His goal production is not probably where he'd like it to be, but his play has been absolute superb. He came in and back, I believe it was 3 years ago, scoring a winning goal for the Laurentians in the final, and he hasn't looked back ever since, Rick.
Exactly, the kid, like we said back there, there's his hands again, right in there, but stopped by Haywood. Going back to young Henneberry, yes, they started in making a fine striker indeed. Also now playing in St. John's with the Memorial University Seahawks soccer program, and a big part of the Laurentians' future.
Only got back 10 too.
Yeah, we have Darren Bent who's watching on there from Conception Bay. So the field is superb, Darren, absolutely superb. Here again we have Scotty Woodfine. He's trying to be a Holy Cross sniper this year, and it was John Douglas playing last man for the Laurentian, playing great goaltending, playing high and defending very, very well. Here we have Shane Perot. Perot out to Ryan Farrell. Ryan Farrell, newcomer Ryan Farrell. For those of you that don't know, that is, we're talking Irishman Ryan Farrell. Farrell looking to go a little deep, and it's intercepted by Alec Pretty. Pretty up to Harry Carter. Intercepted by the Laurentians. Here we have Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly looking to over to Ryan Farrell, and Farrell put it right into the heart of the defense for Holy Cross, and Holy Cross starts the regrouping. Ball is to Fumba outside to Kirby, and here we have Jordy Sweeney. Missing from the Laurentian lineup again today is Mark Pittman. Mark has picked up 2 yellows in his last game, and as a result, he's under suspension for today's game. And we have Jordy Sweeney, who is, I would think, one of the superb league players in the league. Unfortunately for the Laurentian, he's not playing in midfield, and as a result, he's back in the center back position while playing greatly there for the Laurentians. They missed their ace in midfield, Rick.
No doubt, Pippin, though, getting back to Jordy, very versatile, can go back on the back line, and also will give St. Lawrence that confidence back there on the back line. But up front, they will struggle now because he generates a lot of offense.
Well, that's where their offense comes from, and out of, the Laurentians' 5th game for the season, and Mark has been under suspension for 3 games, so that's a big loss. A 2 games suspension that he served in game 1 and 2 of the season, followed over from the 2017 season, and in game 4 of this calendar year, 2018, Mark picked up 2 yellows again, so he'll be sitting out 3 out of 5 games, and his absence is missed as well as Jordy's absence in midfield, Rick.
Oh, no doubt, a strong stalwart on the back line for the St. Lawrence Laurentians for the last 15-20 years. Brings a wealth of experience, skill, and leadership. Right now, though, like you said, he's been suspended, and hopefully when the Laurentians get him back in the lineup, that will certainly solidify their back line. Like they've given up 7 goals, which is very unusual for St. Lawrence. I think last summer they only gave up 6 for the entire season.
Well, I know in the last contest by Felians defeating St. Lawrence or Holy Cross, was it 4-1? You know, that is Felians, it was Dolo.
Exactly, Dolo.
And so, you know, that's not something St. Lawrence are very accustomed to. And I'm sure one thing, I can't recall any other goalie ever getting in provincial competition 4 goals on John Douglas in one game.
I would have to agree with you. Here's St. Lawrence with a chance. Oliver in there. Shoot it. First thing in there. And
so it looked like to be very close on the play. Here we have Harry Carter outside to for Bonesteel for Holy Cross here. Bonesteel looking to go long, and here we have Kirby looking to challenge Sean Drew, and the ball goes out of touch with a throw in to the St. Lawrence Laurentians. You are tuning into Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where after 15 minutes of action, we have Holy Cross in the lead, 1-0. Goal coming at the 8-minute mark by Scott Woodfine. There we have Perot, Andrea Strang, picture perfect and audio. There we have Sean Edwards. Back to Mullet, Corey Mullet over to Pro. Pro here to Ryan Farrell. Ryan Farrell into Sean Edwards, and it was Carter challenging Edwards. Beautiful day, as you can see on the camera here with the video portion of it. The field is in immaculate condition. No doubt about it. To me, it's one of the best natural grass pitches in all of Atlantic Canada right now.
Get in there, Blue! Come on, Blue!
Nice ball by Carter, and we have Jordy Slaney stealing the ball. Jordy over to brother Stefan. Stefan going outside to Brent Henneberry. Henneberry wearing number 14. Ball taken from Henneberry by Fumba. Ball's taken from Fumba by Sean Drew. Drew back to Stefan Slaney, and we have an offside on the play. 1-0. Anyone asked me to score, I appreciate you write it in. And 1-0 for Holy Cross. I also kindly ask everyone that are tuning in, please share, guys. You wanna draw a bigger audience? That's just something that I'd like to do. So I kindly ask, if you are following my live stream Gordcast, I kindly ask all to share as well. 1-0 for Holy Cross. Goal coming off the boot of Scotty Woodfine. Not sure if it was the 8-minute mark.
Quite the 8.5
minute mark. Okay. Anyway, Rick, what do you think?
Well, we're 17 minutes and a half into this match. It's 1-0 Holy Cross, as you just mentioned. Both sides have had a couple of good scoring opportunities. A lot of play in the midfield area. Forsey has the ball now, sends it down to the wing. It's a feeling of a process, I'm sure. You're early in the season. These two traditional rivals don't play each other. Always St. Lawrence Day back in August. So this early start in St. Lawrence, kind of unusual for the Crusaders to make the visit here. But at the same time, it's a wonderful weekend and a great
anytime the Laurentians and the Holy Cross match up, it's absolutely fantastic. But myself, giving me a preference, I would rather Holy Cross to be in here on St. Lawrence Day, because it allows the biggest audience that you would have for that season prior to, I guess, with the exclusion of Labor Day weekend. So I'm all in favor of St. Lawrence Day, but for whatever reason it's changed this year, and we still have a great contest on the go here today.
No doubt. There's a chance in front. Looking down for the lineup there, Gord, I see a couple of players there that I'm a little bit not familiar with St. Lawrence there. We have Sean Isaacs. Sorry, Douglas is down on this play. And maybe a card given out. A challenge there.
Yeah, it's Woodfine again. That's the third time Woodfine has been in on Douglas. Douglas is down and not looking good at this time. 19-minute mark. Again, folks.
The challenge in the air on the keeper, and he must have gotten the better of it. But Douglas now is sitting up there looking rather gingerly. He looks like his hip may be hurt. Referee Mullard is going over there to see how he's getting on.
We have Kevin Sweeney here. Kevin's been a big-time fan of Gord, Cass, and the Laurentians, alongside with a number of fans. We have here Kevin saying, watching from beautiful here. And we have an audio. Thank you, Kevin, so much. And alongside me today, again, for those that are just tuning in, alongside of me here today, I have Rick Pearl. Rick comes with a wealth of experience in, I guess, in broadcasting, in writing. And I think it's fantastic to have some colors, have some comments, and have some explanation and everything that goes with the game of football or the game of soccer, whatever your preference is.
Thank you, Gord. Yes, I've been with you on Facebook for the last, I've got Gordcast the last 2-3 years. We've had 15 years in the radio booth together, and I've been covering the game for the last 30 years on and off with the Gazette and here at the Nationals.
Again, we have Harry Carter going down through the middle. And that's where I find the teams now. The teams that are breaking in on the Laurentians were one time when you had Mark Pittman and Clinton Edwards. You know, they were as good as what was in the league. And right now, with Mark being out of 3 of 5 games this year, Clinton moving on, the Laurentians did pick up George Lawton. Lawton played well, a good bit of last season. I don't know if I could say a great amount, but he did play a number of games, I should say, and I really like what he brings to the field. This year he is also with the Laurentians, but because of family commitments, work commitments, he only has have played 1 games or suited up for 1 games with the Laurentians. So that's an area that I feel, if the early goings indicate to me that the Laurentians backline are going to have to get more solidified.
No doubt, you know, that's the linchpin of your team. You know, you got to be able to defend. That's the first thing if any team that's going to win a championship. And you mentioned those 2 great players, both Pittman and Edwards, not in the lineup. And you're going to have some more growing pains throughout the season. But I'm sure as the season progresses, Pittman gets back. I understand that Edwards will also be back in the fold eventually. Yeah. And by playoff time, when it really counts, when all the marbles are on the line, no doubt the Laurentians will be...
I'm with you all the way, Rick. You know, the Laurentians trying to maintain a team in the hometown where the population has been dwindling for, I don't know, we'll probably say 30 years. And just to be able to compete is absolutely fantastic.
Oh yes, hey, as a Marystown resident and the Bjorn Peninsula, we're so fortunate that St. Lawrence continues Soccer Association to have a soccer team, and you can field it here every week in Challenge Cup, and hats up to them.
Yeah, and no doubt, you know, the team from St. Lawrence now do support fans and players from around the peninsula. So I think that augurs well, because the team now has become a Bjorn Peninsula team operating out of St. Lawrence under St. Lawrence Soccer Association. Maybe the greater number of Laurentians on the team, but in all fairness, it is a great Bjorn Peninsula team, and my hat goes off to the people from St. Lawrence that continue to put emphasis on a great soccer program here, Rick.
No doubt, you know, Challenge Cup soccer in this province and up here on the Bjorn Peninsula has been a mainstay of our province and our culture and our sports. And if we lose the St. Lawrence Laurentians, you know, heaven forbid, you know, what will that do for the Bjorn Peninsula? We've had enough major losses in different areas now, but this is a fabric of our society up here, the soccer in St. Lawrence. Even though we have lots of great rivalries on the Bjorn Peninsula, St. Lawrence continues to thrive, and there are 24 Challenge Cups, I think.
24, 25.
25, yes,
yeah.
Which is a remarkable feat, and you got to keep them involved, and the whole community and the peninsula got to help out as well in terms of fan support.
Anyway, there, I know Ken Jackman just came in with a few comments, and Ken, great to see you watching on here from watching Gord Cast here and enjoying the Challenge the Challenge Cup action here. We have Mary Pridion watching from the sunny patio in St. John's. Go, Sammy. Go, Sammy, pretty go. Thanks for the broadcast, Mr. Dumpy. Yeah, Mary, you're kindly welcome, and I hope you enjoy it from the patio deck. I hope you have a couple of great pops for yourself and enjoyed, I think, the great Premier League that Newfoundland Labrador currently has. Hello, Gary Force, coach of the CBS Strikers this year as well. Anyway, a lot of good battling going on there between the Laurentians. I think Holy Cross have come here and they know that the Laurentians are going to be a show in St. Lawrence. They're coming and give it a, I think, sort of a physical presence here. Mike Dunn, big Mike Dunn, brings a lot of power, strength, and I mind you, I like to say skill to that. He brings it to the front. And he's challenging Jordy Sweeney for every inch that he has. I guess that Jordy wants to step, and Mike has got the size, and so that's a good battle that's been going on in the first half. And Scotty Woodfine, who has just replaced, we'll get a number on who just came in there, Rick. But it's a great contest out there in regards to the physicality, not only skill. We're looking at a level of physical contact there as well, Rick.
Definitely, these two teams are well known to each other. Traditionally, we're 26 minutes into this opening half. Holy Cross are enjoying a 1-0 lead and a goal by Scotty Woodfine at the 8-minute mark. And they're holding on with that lead. And they're also, as you mentioned before, exploiting the St. Lawrence defense. However, now the ball's up in the Holy Cross end and look for things to happen up here.
Yeah, I want to mention that time substituted into the game is number 20, Alex Doloman. Yeah, rather young kid, not quite sure of his age, maybe 19. Here we have the Laurentians moving in. And Alex Doloman, actually, he has family here on the Buron Peninsula. Good young player. I think the future is, or the sky is the limit for young Alex Doloman. I know he's dad and mom anyway. Alex is into the game here now. He just came in replacing Scotty Woodfine. So Jake generally leaves Scotty in for anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes. And then he gets the most out of Scotty, I think, in a 25-30 minute frame. He goes out for 15 minutes, and he'll probably play approximately 30 minutes in the second half. So I know the strategy that Jake uses because I see him playing now. Alex Doloman is 16 years old. Unbelievable. He plays like a 20-year-old. Probably that's what I was getting to. I didn't realize that he was so young as 16. But again, he have a bright future ahead of him. Anyway, for Holy Cross there, Holy Cross still trying to work the midfield. Doloman is in the midfield there alongside Harry Carter and Fumba. Looks like to be Henderson on the...
Come on, guys, come on, Blue!
On the right side. No, maybe, not sure if I did see Craig Slaney here, so I don't know if it's Jeff. A lot of times the young players get different hairdos and that. If I can't get their number, we have Tony and Tony Kelly Loader, I'm sure, and Jack Loader watching in from beautiful British Columbia. So I'd like to welcome you. I'd like to say hello to Betty and Gord Studley watching in from Alberta. Okay, Marta Farrell is Alex Dolo. Sorry about that, Marta. Marta is Alex Doloman's grandmother.
Yes, I know Martha quite well. She's a relative of mine. And hi, Martha. Nice for you tuning in. And your grandson is having a great day here today.
Okay, again, we have the Laurentians. We have Kelly. Back to, we have Farrell, Ryan Farrell here, mind you. Back to Perot. Back to Edwards. And we have Bonesteel outside to Fumba. And into Bonestill, and Bonestill got a little excited. The ball goes off his shin over the goal line, or over the goal line, and we have a goal kick. What do we have? 29 minutes gone by. 1-0 goal coming at the 7-minute mark off the boot of
Scotty Woodfine.
No?
Scored the goal for like you mentioned. Oh, sorry.
No, I saw a player down on the field. It looks like looks like a substitution.
That's Jordy going
Jordy Slaney.
Limping off?
Limping off. Jordy is down. Yeah, Jordy is down with a limp. That will be interesting now to see who the Laurentians will put back in the center back position.
Looks like he's favoring his knee, and I see now as the St. Lawrence coaching staff prepares to make a substitution for Jordy. Like you said, once again, now you have a center back issue. Once again, you have a versatile, great talent like Slaney coming out of the game and then coming in for the Laurentians. Gord?
Let me see now if I can get a...
Turns our back to us.
I don't know we got here. 22. It looks like to be 22. It is 22. That's newcomer to the Laurentians this season, Ryan Farrell. What do you think of my two mic setup, Rick?
Well, marvelous. I've been asking. I asked Ross Murphy for 30 years to help me out. He wouldn't give it to me.
Yeah,
Thanks, Gord.
I know. I went to Alberta and I asked my son, and my son brought me to an electronics store in Alberta, and so here we are. And now I have the dual mic. Rick, absolutely great.
Well, this is 2018, buddy. You're up in electronics because we're past enough microphone back and forth, have lots of fun, but marvelous work. Got to keep the good production going. Audio and visual, very important for your listeners on Gordcast.
You got Rick done, of course, in broadcasting back many years ago,
yes,
prior to getting his university degree.
Thank you, buddy.
Mind you, so Rick Farrell brings good credentials, and now we're gone to the new era of technology with audio and video. Rick.
Good broadcasting, and it's great for all our listeners and viewers out there that are tuning in across the country. And St. Lawrence, expatriates, Newfoundlanders everywhere, people that played the game, people that love the province are tuning in here today. All the St. John's people on the Avalon, I'm sure, are tuning in today. The townies, the good old townies.
It was his, I think the player put his head right into the ball,
yes.
On the field. Back to Ryan Farrell. Farrell outside to Adam Kelly. No. He looks like a possible yellow card. Paul Brake watching in from Florida.
You can't get away with that, boys.
So Adam Kelly that time got a yellow card for literally tackling the Holy Cross player. Like, kind of on discipline when I go.
Yeah, it looks like to me it was a couple of yellow cards we missed earlier as well. We have Ryan Healy watching. That's your townie Healy. Okay, Ryan, you're on.
Hey, I love St. John's. I love St. John's.
Well, all fans are welcome for the beautiful game. There's a reason it's called the beautiful game. On the field, we compete, but we love the beautiful game. Pat and Sarah Brake not making it to the game. Not sure what. Pat is not at the game today. He's not up to. That's okay, Pat. You tune in, Pat. I understand you're going through some health conditions, and that's what Gorecast is all about. Bring it right to your living room if you cannot make it to the field. Also provided, it provides the fans from St. Lawrence and the Burin Peninsula that are no longer living in the area to watch it right across the country. Here we have Fumba going in. Fumba Fabula. With Holy Cross, he going in on an offside. Laurentians now are down. That's a big loss coming there with an injury to Jordy Slaney there some minutes ago, Rick.
Definitely, it certainly puts St. Lawrence in another deeper hole defensively on their back line. As you mentioned before, that Pittman, their star center back, is also out of the lineup due to suspension. Clint Ipperts is still away on the mainland. And now Jordy, who filled in admirably, is out of the lineup. So a lot of makeshift changes for the coaching staff of St. Lawrence. And I guess they're going to have to adjust as we see the game now 34 minutes in and 1-0 in favor of Holy Cross.
Absolutely, Rick. I'd like to say hello to my son here. My son and my granddaughter Haley are watching in from Alberta. So, Mark, enjoy the game. And say hello to Haley from Nan as well there, America. Your mom is saying hello. And Jim Strang there. Shamrock always enjoy. Right in the score for me, Jimmy. It's 1-0 for Holy Cross. It was Scotty Woodfine coming at the 7-minute mark. Jim, much appreciated, Jim. Great game here. Holy Cross kind of having the edge in play, but the Laurentians are really down a man with Mark Pittman under suspension, and now with the absence of Jordy Sweeney going off with some sort of injury, the holes in the middle of the field for the Laurentians keep getting bigger.
This also gives St. Lawrence an opportunity to see how deep their bench is, what kind of talent level they have throughout the entire lineup. And we're early in the season, so we're kind of finding our places out here. And you have hats off to the Holy Cross who are up here today. Remember last year they came here on St. Lawrence Day, and they got 5-1. Well, they rebounded that Sunday and beat Holy Cross probably came through the Crusaders, eh?
Well, the Laurentians, I spoke to the coach of the Laurentians here as the assistant coach, because the head coach, Junior Edwards, is away working this weekend in Boise Bay, and Paul told me they had a depleted lineup, but again, he said the Laurentians will give it their all. Absolutely. Anyway, the Laurentians back inside, and we have Henneberry. Henneberry working the corner, and it's inside. Too pretty.
Beautiful ball.
And we have Stephen Slaney running the ball for the Laurentians. Whoops. Stephen is number 13 for the Laurentians. Here we have Jordan Keynes. The ball in again deep inside of the 6-yard box here. And it was the goalie for Holy Cross. We also have into the game here now. Rick, I never saw him come in there. Jordan Keynes here.
Yes, I missed that as well. I guess during our conversations, he made a subtle quick change. But Evan Malls last year, last couple of years, has been a real a great player coming off the bench. Brings a lot of speed and quickness to the game. Needs to improve his finishing touch, but I'm sure as the season progresses, he'll do that as well.
Again, we have Perot to Kelly. And the ball goes into a little side. Again, it's Holy Cross here. We have Stephen Slaney. Forsey had the glorious opportunity right on the penalty shot line.
And I guarantee you won't see Forsey missing that chance very often. In this case, though, he just got over that ball a little too much and sailed wide off the net. Definitely St. Lawrence Laurentian's best scoring opportunity.
Absolutely.
Off the half. And down 1-0, that could have been a subtle turning point. And you can see the frustration on Forsey, but I guarantee you, when he gets another chance, he'll score.
We have the proud aunt of Sean Drew here, wanting to make comment and want to cheer along the Laurentians. Debbie Guerin, Go Blue, sitting in my living room from beautiful Red Bulls. Here we have the Laurentians. It seems like in the last few minutes, Rick, the Laurentians are turning it up a gear here, Rick.
Yes, they picked up the pace considerably, and they've been having some goal-scoring opportunities. And Haywood has made a couple of good saves there, Gord. And also, you have to go back to the missed opportunity when he kicked up. Forsey missed it by 5-6 feet.
Yeah, the best scoring opportunity for the Laurentians come off the boot of Tyler Forsey. And normally you do see Tyler Forsey putting that in the back of the net.
Yes.
Again.
And to Mrs. Drew and Southern Shore, hello. It's nice to see Southern Shore supporting soccer. Fumbala. They get the ball. Good work by Fumbala. Holy Cross. And we have a foul on Fumbala. And going out on St. Lawrence. Sorry. Free kick. Crusaders.
That's all right.
38 minutes in, and Holy Cross Crusaders leading St. Lawrence Laurentians by a score of 1-0. You're listening to and watching Gordcast with Gord Duffy and yours truly, Rick Farrell.
Again, it's Holy Cross back in midfield. It's Harry Carter outside to Fumba. Fumba puts the ball deep into Laurentian territory with a nice head up. A header by Corey Moll. Here we have Harry Carter again moving in. Here we have Carter again. On to Bonesteel. On to Fumba. Working to Laurentians deep. Wide off the Laurentians 18-yard line. Breaking down. Here we have Stefan Slaney with a beautiful ball. We have a one-on-one ball. One-on-one ball.
Got him, you got him.
You got him.
And that, to me, well, last man looks like it very well should have been a yellow card when you knocked down a player on a potential breakaway here, Rick.
Yeah, some great speed there by Tyler Forsey to force that foul by Holy Cross. And now a set play coming up. A very dangerous play and another great scoring opportunity for the Laurentians. Three-man wall. Here's the shot.
Nice ball.
Nice shot there by Tyler Forsey around the wall. What a great save from the goalkeeper, Hayward. Again, you are tuning into Gordcast, live streaming from the Centennial Field in St. Lawrence, where after 40 minutes of action, you have the Holy Cross Crusaders leading the St. Lawrence Laurentians by a score of 1-0. Goal scorer for Holy Cross was Scotty Woodfine, goal coming at the 7-minute mark. Been a good game. Holy Cross have carried, I would think, maybe 60-40 up the play, but the latter minutes, it looks like the Laurentians are on a rebound here right now.
That's it, Kate. No.
Good save by Hayward. It was Tyler Forsey.
As we see on them set plays, to a very important part of soccer strategy, Forsey did get a good shot off, but not as much or as much velocity as he had hoped, because Hayward grabbed that ball rather quickly and easily in his hands, with no rebound at all. Hayward, a fine young goaltender who is replacing the great Thomas Pearway, who had a stalwart career with the Crusaders during the last 7 or 8 years, winning a number of Challenge Cups and also being named the MVP during one of them, Gord.
We also have tuning in Sydney Brody from Calgary there. So again, I'd like to welcome you, Sydney. I've been asked again, why isn't Mark Pittman? Mark is under suspension for 2 yellow cards in the last game that he played. So he'll be back in action tomorrow. Again, we are approaching 42 minutes, and we have Holy Cross leading the St. Lawrence Laurentians by a 1-0 score. Again, we have Holy Cross. Holy Cross just going wider than it again. Parker Dials tuning in from Alberta. Go Laurentians. Stephen Oak, thanks for the explanation. Mark Pittman out today because of 2 yellow cards that he picked up against Felians in the last contest that the Laurentians have played.
You can do it, Blue. Come on.
A number of yellow cards have been issued in the first half here, and definitely both teams are going at it here. Here we have Brian Farrell to Edwards, back to Perot to Kelly, back to Mullet. Ball's outside again by the Laurentians, out of the touch line, and we have a throw-in being awarded to the guy on the right side. Rick, can you get the number outside right by the goal or the touch line for Holy Cross?
I'll try to get an eye on that there as soon as I can.
Again, we have Holy Cross.
That's the captain, the black arm.
Come on, Blue. Take it from him, Blue. Come on.
Yeah.
Stay with him.
Here we have Kirby. Tyler Kirby working the Laurentians right backs. And the Laurentians, again, it was defense of Shane Rowe. Looking to go to Ryan Farrell. Again, they're putting the ball too long.
You go, Kane. You go, buddy. Get in there, Blue. Get in there, Blue. Get in there, Blue. That's
In the late stages of the game now, Gord, first half, 44 minutes gone.
Okay, again, we have Kelly back to Mullet. Moult ahead to Sean Edwards. Sean Edwards looking to go into to Tyler Forsey. Again, we are approaching halftime on the score clock. We're 44 minutes, so we're into the final countdown here from St. Lawrence at the Centennial Field, where Holy Cross are leading the hometown Laurentians in their opening contest of the season. Very good first half. I don't know if this is any indication what's to come for the second half. Stay tuned, folks, because it's been great. A lot of battling on that field. Forsey in there working the corner. And again, Forsey got to get good support up them. We have Stephen Slaney running the 18-yard line. Ball goes back to Kelly. Kelly back to Sean Drew. Drew intercepted by Fumba.
A big cross.
Over to Tyler Kirby. Here we have Kirby again, and it goes downtown towards Fire Hall. And now we have showing on the score clock 45 minutes. So obviously right now we are into referee's time. Again, in the middle here we have Moult, Tony Moult. Tony's earned every cent that he's getting out there today. The players are running, they're battling, and he's trying to be in charge and in control. Done a great first half, the officials did.
Definitely, he's issued 4 cards, 2 yellow to both clubs, and he's the man of control of this match, and he's doing a great job. The veteran official and a former veteran player as well. I think both sides now are just...
I think we're kind of waiting for the whistle to blow. But Rick, as you see in the World Cup,
yes, today Germany.
A game is never over until the whistle blows.
Play to the last second. There's a chance now.
We have Fumba fighting Sean Drew. Sean Drew is playing very steady on the left side, wing back. And ball goes up to, we have Stephen Slaney, and Pretty going in.
Sean Edwards with a chance.
Outside to Henneberry is around one. Henneberry, over the top of the net.
And that was a great scoring opportunity by a great setup by Sean Edwards to Gord.
Sean Edwards and Brent Henneberry. The thing is, Brent Henneberry can be very silent on the field. But the thing is, where do you notice Brett Henneberry? You'll notice him at his best on the score sheet, Rick.
No doubt the kid has come out a long way in the last couple of years. He only turned 19 a few months ago. Marvelous soccer talent, and he just displayed that time a great left foot shot that just sailed over the crossbar and could have gave St. Lawrence a tie at the half. Instead, both clubs are gone to the half court. Holy Cross Crusaders 1, the St. Lawrence Laurentians nothing.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to inform the viewers here right now. I just got notification on my mobile device about my data. There shouldn't be an issue. What I'm going to have to do right now, rather than get an interruption in the second half, I'm going to shut down the first half, and then I'll make a call to my provider of my mobile device for my data, and just to see what the issue is. I have plenty of data. I have run into this several times last season. Seems to be again a problem this season. So again, you can stay tuned, and myself and Rick right now will take a break. I'll be back after in the second half. And why I'm trying to do this, generally I don't do this, but I'm trying to do this so I won't have an interruption. And when I come back in the second half, we will have a complete half. So anyway, thank you for joining in. Sorry about the interruption, but I'll be back after I get my issue straightened out with my provider, which is Bell Line. Thank you kindly.
Looking forward to